My elder brother started sleeping with me. Doesn't care. Even when I told him I'm not in the mood, doesn't care. Always force himself on me. Until I got pregnant once. And I told him because he's the only one that I've been intimate with.
Hello guys, Sugar Plum here again, and this is Confess with Sugar. And just like I always do, we are not going to use any name, no use of identity whatsoever. So today we have a guest here, and I'm just going to open the floor for her to voice out her confession. So my dear, please, when you're talking, don't use your name, anything that anyone that would hear you say that they will use and identify you, please don't say it, right? So she is just going to continue.
Okay, I'm the second child of my parents, just me and my elder brother. My late mom, God bless her soul. She was a trader. She sells foodstuffs and other things. So she has been the one sustaining the family, though my dad is working, but he doesn't take care of us like a father should. So my mom, on her way to the market one Saturday, she was involved in a car motor accident and she died at the spot. So since then, it has been me and my elder brother. But before my mom died, my elder brother there was this attitude of his that was not clear to me. He likes touching me inappropriately. He likes touching me places where he's not supposed to. And
Please, I want to ask you a question. Sorry, I got you short. This brother that you're talking about, is it like the same father, the same mother?
yes, he's my immediate elder brother. It's just the both of us. So before my mom passed away, he has been doing things to me, but he hasn't slept with me then. So it was when my mom died that it became so bad and so my dad doesn't take care of us. He doesn't care at all. All he does is to sleep with other women, widows, and he travels almost every week for his job according to him, because I don't know what he's doing because he doesn't take care of us. He doesn't know how we feel and all that. So when my mom passed away, my elder brother started sleeping with me. Doesn't care. Even when I told him I'm not in the mood, doesn't care. Always force himself on me. Until I got pregnant once. And I told him because he's the only one that I've been intimate with. So when I told him, he didn't say anything. He just stood up, he went out and came back with some drugs like that. And when he gave it to me, I said I will not take it. He forced me to take it, which I had nobody to run to, I had nobody to talk to. It's just the both of us. So I did. I took the drugs and I nearly died that night. The bleeding, the pains, everything was much. So after then, it continues. Even when I was bleeding, even when the pain it's like I want to die, he still forced himself on me that same day. So the thing keep going on, and I've been enduring because no auntie, no friend, nobody to talk to. I don't have a friend. I'm always on my own, sitting by myself, thinking of what is awaiting me at home whenever I go to school. So I started doing the business my mom was doing before. So I started selling the food stuff she was selling just to take care of myself, to help me to feed, to buy clothes for myself, and to always be busy so that whenever he comes back, he will not see me at home to do whatever thing he does to me. So but he still do it because yes, whenever I come back home, even when I'm tired, he doesn't care. He just want to have his way with me. It was that bad that I started praying that God should take my life and all that, but I found out that I became pregnant again. And when I told him, he insisted that I should abort it. I refused. Even when he brought the same drugs again, I refused taking it because I know what I passed through the first time he gave it to me. And he said, okay, let's go to the hospital. When we got to the hospital, the doctor there said, due to the first attempt, that if I remove the pregnancy, that I'm going to lose my life. And that's the only chance I have at childbirth. So I have no other option than to keep the baby. Going through the stress alone as a little girl, I don't even know anything about pregnancy and all that. I was trying my best, going through it alone, and whenever I go to the market feeling sick, normally pregnancy and their hormones, sometimes I don't feel like standing up, sometimes I don't feel like doing anything, but I don't have any option. I have to. So whenever he comes back and he sees me lying down there, weak and all that, doesn't care. He hasn't asked me before, how do I feel? What is happening to me? Okay, this pregnancy. What are the symptoms? He hasn't done that in his life before. Instead, he will still force himself on me, despite the condition I am in that moment. So when I gave birth to my daughter, I vow never to let anybody take advantage of me in front of my child, because I wouldn't want a situation whereby my child will grow up with such trauma because it's too much. So one night me and my daughter, we were sleeping in our room. So he walked in. Before then, I've already kept a knife under my pillow because I know definitely he will come. So my baby was sleeping beside me, and when he came in, I told him not to touch me, that if he touched me, I will slice him. He thought I was joking. He saw the knife. So when he came close, I cut his hand, and he ran away. He ran outside. So I have to lock the door properly. I use everything I can to make sure the door is properly locked. So there was, I started praying. I started asking God to take him life, to kill him anyhow. I don't care. Anyhow he's going to do it. I don't care. That God should just take his life, because I can't stay with such person anymore. The thing is becoming too much. So I keep praying and praying and praying as if nothing is happening. Because I remember back then, my mom used to tell us that whenever we find ourselves in a situation where we have no help, that we should call upon God, that He always show forth. So I keep praying and praying and praying. So there was a day he came back from wherever I went to, I don't know. So when he came, he forced himself on me, and my daughter was standing by the door side there watching us. She was crying, screaming. See, he didn't care. He was still busy doing what he's doing to me. It was that was the most emotional day of my life, seeing my daughter standing there crying, and I couldn't help. I couldn't do anything to stop her from crying. So one day he went out to play football with his friends, because that is what he said. So I got a call. Somebody came to the house and was like, your brother, he wanted to head a ball, and he fell down with his head he fell down to the ground with his head, and he can't move his legs, he can't move his hand. He's just like that in a vegetable state. So as I'm talking to you, he's in our house there, our father's house. I couldn't leave the house because I have nowhere to go and I have no money to rent an apartment.
So wait, though, I want to understand something. After he had that incident, he never regained himself.
Up to date, he hasn't. He's just there in a vegetable state. So he has been crying, though he doesn't talk well.
That means he had a stroke. Like he was from head to toe, he was.
Yes. So he's on a wheelchair. So, and he has been begging that I should forgive him, that I should allow our daughter to come close to him, that's the only comfort he have and all that. But I refused. I refused my daughter going close to him.
Because of course, of all the things that the girl will see, she will be scared of him.
She's very scared of him. Whenever he walks in, she's always scared. So he has been begging. He has been crying. But it doesn't change anything. Even my dad doesn't know who the father of my child is. Because he's barely at home. Even if he comes in, it's just to change his clothes and go out again. He doesn't stay.
So since you got pregnant, your father never sat you down to ask you, oh, who got you pregnant?
No, he never did. Instead, he called me useless. So I just want to say this to whoever is listening and whoever is watching. Whenever you see a girl child, not only a girl child, sitting on his or her own, whenever you see a child that is supposed to be playful, that is supposed to mingle with other children, they are just on their own, not talking to anyone, not being friendly, always moody. I think it's wise to walk up to that child. Make sure you find out what is happening, because I had a lot of person that would have saved me even before it got to this point. But they neglected it. They thought maybe it's just my lifestyle, maybe I don't like mingling with people and all that. But it's not so. So I just want to use my own experience to talk for others who cannot say anything for themselves. That it's better to talk to these children, draw them close to you. They might not open up to their parents, but they can open up to you. So that's just my story.
Okay, so this story is the story. Yes, they do it for body, because I cannot even want to imagine it. I don't even want to imagine my brother looking at me somehow that is going to make me feel uncomfortable, not to talk of touching me in a place. Like, it's crazy, because she had people that could have like helped her out. She had her father was there, because I know that if her mother was alive, it wouldn't have gotten to this extent, because she can easily tell when her child is not okay. And again, if you see, because I do it too, if I'm around children that I know that this child is supposed to be playful, this child is supposed to be doing things, and then the person is just isolated. When you see kids that are just quiet, 50% of the time they are being molested. They are going through something that they should not be going through at that age. My dear, you were just a victim of circumstance. You were in your father's house. This one, you did not go out anywhere. You were in your most safest place in this world, and just somehow the devil used your brother to do his evil works. But I know that you're going to love your daughter so much, and I hope that hopefully one day I meet her. But I do not want you to keep living in that house, because one is for the mental health of your child, and then for the mental health, for your own good too. Because if your child is still in that house, all the traumas, all the things that she has seen your brother do to you, she's always going to be constantly reminded of it. And then you are going to be constantly reminded of what he did to you and the wickedness he melted onto you. So I would advise that let's work on getting you another place that you can stay. I mean, it's solely on you. You can forgive him and do whatever it is you want, but I would want you to like leave that environment, because that is where your trauma started from. So you need to move to a new environment and breathe fresh air. So guys, please, no, we'll just talk about it later. So guys, please do not forget to look out for the people around you. Look out for that girl child around you. Look out for that boy child around you, because these days it's not only girls that are being molested, boys are being molested. Every day we see the stories flying up and down online. So please, when you have any kid around you, look out for them. Don't say, oh, she's not my child, I will just mind my business. If you see something that they are doing wrong to a child, please speak up, and God will bless you for that. Please don't forget to share this video to as many as you can, and I will see you guys on my next episode. Bye.